Hey guys, I'm Zoe here with Chestnut Hills Farmstead. We're just waiting on Nick to get home from work. So right now we're gonna go and we're gonna visit with the animals. But once he gets home, we are headed over to the barn because it's time to get the incubators filled up. There goes Mackenzie. It's time to feed. We got chickens, goats, Shadow. Ooh. I'm not gonna bother you. I'm not gonna bother you on your nest. I'm not gonna bother you. You still got all them eggs? Hey, Shadow. You checking me out? Hey, Shadow. House. She don't want you bother her. Oh my goodness. What are you doing in the nesting box? Oh my gracious. Hello. You think you're a chicken? You think you're a chicken? A Littlefoot. This is a beautiful girl, Littlefoot. Got them pretty eyes. Hey, girlfriend. Hey, girlfriend. Who's content with Mama Zoe? Yes, who is. I know we are all dealing with this crazy wind lately. Look, there's Shadow. And whew, it makes it hard to film videos with all this wind. But it's a beautiful day today. And let's just enjoy the animals for a little bit.
So I went up to get a bale of hay, and I noticed how beautiful the pasture was looking. You see all those blooms? Below the goat paddock, It's cut nice and pretty and green. But up here seems to be full of blooming weeds. Well, that's not what that's for. We are leaving all of this for these guys. The bees are just over that hill. So we want them to have access to all of this to be able to build their hive reserves and honey this spring. And something very important is starting where you see these dark vines. Everywhere you see these vines is a very important food source for them. Those are wild blackberries. Some parts of the country have different names for them. They call them dewberries. I think the UK calls them brambles. But they're still a very important food source for our bees.
Alright guys, Daddy's home. And he brought us some goodies.
Does anybody know what these little fellas are?
They are not chicken eggs.
And no, they're not bantams.
They are no breed. Well, are they a breed of chickens?
No.
Okay. Those are guinea eggs. It is that time again. We have
Lots.
probably 4 or 5 dozen guinea eggs that Nick brought home. And then we're also going to incubate Indian runner duck eggs that we brought home from Cassie at Walker Farm Fam. So we're going to get the incubators loaded, and then we're going to candle our goose eggs because they've all been in there well over 10 days, and we're going to see if we're having any luck with those. So we have 3 incubators. We've got this one that we got last season. We have the GQF that Nick bought me last year as well. And then we have a GQF that Brooke over at Cog Hill gave me about 3 years ago. This is actually the one that we hatched Brooke, the peacock peahen with. And I like that one so much that Nick ordered me an incubator, but he ordered this one and we did a review on it. And although it did hatch guinea eggs, I don't like this incubator. I much prefer the styrofoam ones. So he went and bought me another GQF, which I love. It's hatched so many things for me. So this one has our goose eggs. We'll candle those once we're finished loading the others. But today we're going to load half our guinea eggs in one and half our duck eggs with it. So we're going to have them split. Half and half, half and half. Because we do know this one hatched guinea eggs last year, I still just don't trust it all the way. And my heart is with the GQF. So we're just going to split them that way because I feel like I might have a better hatch rate with this one. So we're going to go ahead and load our duck eggs because the guinea eggs are in a bag and they're a little harder to handle. So we're going to go ahead and split these amongst both. And then we'll come back in and we'll load. Both of them are set at 100 degrees. 100. I think it's 100, but I say 100. And the humidity is about 55 to 60. And this one has an automatic turner. We really like the automatic turners. Every 2 minutes it rotates. This one has a built-in candler as well, but I typically do that myself. So the rotator's in and it'll rotate every 2 minutes. It just automatically shifts. That way the inside is never going to stick, causing any issues as the baby chicks grow. So we're just going to load all of them in. And yes, they are dirty because you do not want to wash eggs that you're going to incubate. You want to keep that coating that's on them. And I'm skipping a row because duck eggs are a little larger than chicken eggs, and we'll fit some smaller guinea eggs in the center. Okay, we're going to go ahead and load this one.
Now this one has kind of the windows to look through.
Right. It has a plastic window. This is the older model. You can tell it's, been worn and all. I do cover them with a towel just to trap any residual heat in, and because it will escape, and that'll keep your levels are always trying to work to stay where they need to be. But the newer one has a bigger window also. This one, the GQF, has a bigger turner. It has it holds more.
If they want to know, it's the GQF 2370 Hovebaiter.
Hovebaiter, that's correct. And so when you're doing like our goose eggs, that one's kind of dark. When you're doing goose eggs, you can buy inserts for them, but we don't do that. We hand turn our goose eggs twice a day, and it works just as well. I've hatched lots and lots and lots of geese doing that.
Well, these guinea eggs actually came from the farm where all our boy goats went.
That's right. So you can tell how much smaller they actually are. So we're just going to put these in. Another one of the downfalls of that one is the alarm is very sensitive. It goes off a lot. But with it being here in the barn, it won't bother me like it did in my kitchen. As you can see, some of these are different colors as well. So we might hatch. There's different types of guineas. We have some that were white, some that were considered pearl. I can't remember all the breeds, but we have 4 or 5 different kinds of guineas on our farm. They're not all the same. See, here's one that's a little lighter. Okay, that one's loaded, so I can't wait to candle them in about 10 days just to see, which ones seem to be developing. And we'll cover all this with a towel. Them little things. All right, incubators are loaded.
I'm going to close this big door behind us, and we'll cut the lights down. Let's candle our goose eggs and see if we have any that are developing.
So we didn't bring a candler with us, so we're going to use the flashlight on my phone. It's not ideal, but it does work, and we'll be able to see what we need to see. So let's check for these. If you don't know what you're looking for when you're candling eggs, you want it to be at least 10 days from the first day of incubation, and you're looking for veining. You want to find veins in there. If you see veins, then you know that something's growing. All right, egg number 1.
Looks a little full on that one side.
And that's what you want, is you want that air pocket. Oh, I see the veins. There's the veins. That's a good sign. So that dark right here is going to be your growth. And here's all the veining. So that one's definitely a keeper. See all the veining? Can you see it good?
I would think we could pick it up pretty good on camera.
All that. That's gonna be your goose.
Little gosling in there developing.
And if we be still, you can actually see it moving a little bit.
I don't know if I'd pick that up on camera or
Well,
not.
I can see the dark moving a little bit. Next. Oh.
That's a little lighter.
So, this one is just as old as the others. And if you see, there is 0 veining. That means that it is either not fertilized or it did not take. What you see here, this dark, is the yolk. And so if I was to let this one sit in the incubator and keep getting darker, that's going to turn into that stinky, rotten egg that we don't like to bust. So this one gets discarded. we had 11 eggs in there, and we only had 2 that were not developing at all. Like, it wasn't that they went bad, they were just not fertile at all. So the rest look really good. We have a goose sitting on about 8 eggs, unless she's added some more. So this is going to be interesting. Is it the goose or the incubator or both? We could end up with a lot of goslings. I was just looking to see if the other goose, we have 2 females and 2 males, happen to have laid any more, because we've been kind of collecting them and putting them under her, but I don't see any more. So let's see. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. She's got 9. She's got 9. We have 9 in the incubator. Well, the next farm debate is it the goose or the incubator? So we'll know in a few short weeks which one works or if they both work. Thanks guys for watching. We'll see y'all next time. Bye.
Thank you for watching Chestnut Hills Farmstead. I hope you like and subscribe. Bye.